how to create a website in an hour or less for your online business in 2022. So I'm Katrina Julia. I'm a lifestyle entrepreneur and a transformation coach and a global traveler who just got done traveling full-time for the last year and a half. But first, with websites, I started creating websites when I was back in college. Back when it was HTML, back when you had to know the code in order to actually create a website. I am so grateful for tools that exist now to make it easier and faster to where you can create it in an hour or less, and I have too, and I have helped students in our community create it too. So first, you want to think about what websites you love and download and pick some examples and research online if you haven't already, and probably many of them come to mind right away. Step two, you want to use an incredible tool like Wix that has templates upon templates that you can pick from to simply get started on your version website 1.0. So the website that you see that I have today, you guys, is literally what I call version 10.0. It started with as simple as the homepage that looks nothing like the homepage I have today, the about page, my biography, and a contact page. And then a separate page that listed out offers. So it started with basically home, about, which linked to or included the bio. So it was about the company, about me, then the contact page, okay? And the offers page. So literally like super duper simple is version 1.0, because if you don't get 1.0 done, then you're never gonna get to the next one, okay? Then you might choose that, okay, great, I'm gonna pick my template, but I'm gonna get someone else to do it. Great. You can think about and you can delegate it to a tool, through a tool like Upwork or Fiverr, to find someone that's great at Wix, or use one of their Wix professionals, okay? That's on you, that's totally up to you. Especially in the beginning as I was cultivating the vision, now it's at the point where it can be ready to basically delegate, and pieces of it like our blog are also outsourced. Which leads me to step 5, set up the schedule, outline the templates, or decide what template you're gonna get started with, and go. One recent client project that I had when I was in Honduras, Vega community, we ended up doing it literally within an hour more or less, with just some edits on photos or some light edits on words. And so let me show you some behind the scenes on what Wix looks like with the templates and how easy it is to plug and play now as well. Oh, and a hashtag, this is not sponsored yet. I've just used Wix now since 2010-ish. And I've advocated and shared them countless times. And I use both Wix and Kajabi currently to not only set up websites with SEO and or teach students in our community on how to do it, like with our lifestyle brand like a boss course, but also to automate our business. Like Kajabi allows us to have over 75% of the business automated. So as I'm sitting here recording a video, 100, 1,000, tens of thousands, a million people could be getting into my webinars, and I don't have to do anything anymore because it's all set up through Kajabi. So that's just planning some future vision. So welcome to some behind the scenes on Wix templates. So I literally put in Google Wix templates, and before they used to not require you put in your email and choose your plan first, but now they do, which if you think about it is really smart because they're collecting now emails hand over fist. So you're gonna see some behind the scenes on some of my previous websites, and actually this is an example of one of my first versions of my website. So let's just take a look at this real quick, just so you can see how far it's come. Let's see. So you can see how really, and this was actually already kind of This was like website version 3.0. So just to give you a gauge, like I didn't have all these handles and all these pages. Like this developed in maybe the 4th or 5th version, okay? Versus you can see now, like I'm gonna view the live site. So this is our current website. So you can see Createit, Jumpstart, a life and business you love, simpler and faster than ever, online and live. It was edited back in April. Get healthy, make money, build brands. Jumpstart, there's a quick video of one of our events, brands we've either worked with or been featured in, etc. So you can see like, and again, you guys, this is website version like 10.0, okay? So I don't want you to sit here and look at this and be like, oh my God, there's no way I could build this in an hour. No, this is why I took you and just wanted to show you what's possible. But now let's look at, like, let's say you signed up, you gave, them your email for free. This is the screen that you would come to, okay? And the thing is I want to mention is I encourage you, even if you're building a fashion business, look at the websites or the templates for some of the other types of businesses because you're gonna get inspired, I promise you. So let's say you're a consultant, you can change it anytime. Let's say I'm just gonna use Createit to keep it simple. Now, and they walk you through a lot more questions now. Before, I could just see the templates, okay? So here, they're giving you some more insight. So they're saying chat. Let's say I don't want chats. Let's say I don't want bookings to start. Let's say I don't want any of this to start. Like I'm not setting any of this up yet, okay? So super duper simple. And I could have skipped it. You just saw that, right? So now they have what's called ADI, create a website for you, and they'll generate one for you in minutes. So similar to AI, or let's say you want to edit a template, which is exactly the page I wanted to get you to, okay? So you can see here, for example, collections of most popular templates. And let's say you really, really liked like this one or this one. And I'm just gonna show you like how easy it is. So I just clicked edit and I just clicked edit. So both of these could either apply to a business and or a creator or influencer. So let's let it load. Let's see if this one loaded yet. Nope, not yet. And so while that's loading, I'm just going to show you some of the others. Like this is a travel-based one, like going places, a travel blog, graphic designer. So even if you're not an IT service company, you just might really like this template, okay? And then keep in mind, you can source here by other types. Photography, design, music. Like when I was first creating my website, I was looking at several of these and I urge people to do the same, okay? So you can look at blogs, again, like types of community, is it online education, schools? So you can see the possibilities are really limitless, right? And I promise you, it doesn't usually take this long to load. I don't know why it's taking this long. It could be my internet. Okay, so there you go. So you can see like you already have a completely loaded template. The only reason like right now it's, they're free template. So if you wanted to make it live once you edited it, or if you delegated it, you just need to connect a domain, which they give you that option on Wix. And let's say like literally this is how easy it is, you guys. Look. I double clicked just like I would in Word or any other, easy software. And let's say I wanted to change the strip background and you were uploading your own images. So you could do that here. You could change the color, the overlay, because it's kind of a peachy overlay, like whatever you want to do, right? Let's say you were going in and you were like, oh, I want to go ahead and edit the homepage. So let's say you already edited the images. Then you wanted to edit this text. You see how easy I did it. You could type, do whatever you want. Transform, like this is pulling in from the blog. So let's say you don't have a blog yet. Well, you could delete that out or say coming soon. Your feed from Instagram, right? That looks great. Let me know what's on your mind. Boom, done. Homepage done. Let's say the blog is gonna be your next thing. But let's say you wanna make sure you go ahead and do your about page and your contact page and put in your story. Meet the face behind the post. You could write in whatever your story is here in the same vein. So you would end up here editing. You can edit your content, your font type, etc. Make sure it's connected to your email, etc. Quick edits, change the colors. Like let's say you wanted to change this design, boom, done. You can see how easy that is. and then contact page. So you could see how literally, like if you're blocking out the time, how easy it could be to get this done in an hour or less. Okay? Now I'm gonna show you another example. So here's another example of a recent one when I was in Honduras that we worked on as part of the chief marketing officer, basically work I was doing in that month. Okay. And they've edited it since I've been there. And obviously this is just a browser issue on this side because this wasn't there when I left. So they may or may not have noticed, but you can see now their social channels are all integrated there. Their logo that actually Veronica designed, the home. So you're looking at the home page. Like we did this while we were there on Canva, and she had this logo already there. What it says about their nature, their stays, their sustainability, the wild digital nomads. So they changed this. This is new. This, they had this picture before, and we had their story that I helped them write, and then read more that goes to their about page. Some testimonials, so you can see mine there, and some new ones. Supporting the vision, so giving to them. Their mission. This is a new page. This was expanded upon after I left. The about page was done when I was there, but it looks like they changed some things, which is great because I wanted them to continue to evolve. But I did help them write the stories. The community at a glance, the video that they had someone else working on it, but we also put it together and I added some clips. Projects, so this is new. So now, like when I was there, we had collaborations only. And they've updated some things. Like they've updated the Prism page, which is great because it tells me that they're avidly updating it and they're taking ownership of it. So I love it. And I would definitely recommend if you ever go to Honduras that you explore. They're also doing things with cacao, with birds, and a food forest. Why Honduras? That it's more than a destination. So I contributed to this. The experience of what you get. The blog. I also wrote, I think 1 to 2 blog posts with them. So our work, and they've obviously expanded on it, so that's great. So I wrote this one, the Honduras Sustainable Lifestyle, the Sustainable Bioclimatic Tropical Architecture, and since then they've updated Urban Cacao and Weekend Trips, which is also great. So it looks like Gabriel did this one, and then Anna did this one, which is amazing. And then rooms. So depending on your needs, like what they offer, daily, weekly, or monthly, and then images of the rooms and the tiny house. So I stayed both in one of the basically private, it's only 2, but it was just me, private rooms with an upper bunk. And then I also stayed in an adorable, colorful tiny house as well. And then their contact page. But originally when I was there, we did the home page, we did about, the mission, and then we launched the contact. And then later we added the blog. During the month I was there. I think they did the mission later, and the projects they expanded beyond collaborations, and then they did the room page while I was there too. But the original hour, it was home, about, contact. So simple, 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 and then the links, you guys. So would love to know what you feel, what you're going to create, and can't wait to chat soon. Thank you so much for tuning in on how to create your website in an hour or less for your online business in 2022. Would love to see how you're creating it, how you're shifting it, and hit subscribe, comment down below on what you learned and what you will be doing to create it next.